Yo, what is going on, you search and destroy savages? It is your boy Tupac, back again today with a brand new series to this channel, and I'm pretty excited for this series. This is, you heard correct, the road to a search and destroy nuclear. But this is just a little gameplay clip I got here to intro this video, because not only is this a new series, Road to Search and Destroy Nuclear, it's also going to be a response to ImMarksman's video, Why Infinite Warfare SnD Will Suck. That's how he titled it, and it's a response to that video. So, it's going to be a bit of a commentary. Like, I didn't want to use the live gameplay commentary, because frankly, it was pretty full-on tryharding. Like, there wasn't much talking. Like, I wasn't commentating for a video. Like, I was just going full balls to the wall sweat. I don't know how many of you guys tuned into the live stream, but we got pretty close. Let's just put it that way. We might have even got it. I'm not going to ruin it for those of you that don't know yet, but we could have got a Search and Destroy Nuclear this game, and you're about to find out what goes down in this gameplay. Is Tupac getting a nuke, or is he choking a nuke? You're about to find out. I'm also going to include in this video the live face cam reactions and like rages when I die, because I think I went for it for about 6 or 7 games. So there's a few funny reactions as I fail. I'm definitely going to include them. I'm going to put them on the end of the video, so you guys are going to have to stick around for that. Anyway, let's jump right into the topic that I wanted to talk about today, and that's responding to ImMarksman's video where he says, Infinite Warfare, Search and Destroy will suck. Well, that's what it was titled anyway, but he went into detail about it, and I sort of wanted to respond about a few things he brought up, a few things that like interested me, and maybe a bit of a different perspective on things. So now, the first thing he brought up is he thought that awareness or SitRep Pro, the perk that helps you hear enemies' footsteps, isn't returning, or didn't think it was returning, but it actually is, in the form of tracker, which is pretty weird. It's also see the enemies' footsteps, and I think it's hear them louder as well. In the perk description, it said, helps you hear enemies, even the ones with dead silence. Like, it hears through dead silence, like it has for the last few years. Awareness has heard through dead silence, but dead silence has countered it. Time of him making the video is playing MW3. For those of you that don't know, the SitRep Pro is pretty much the awareness of Black Ops 3, except in MW3, I'll entirely agree with Marksman, it was completely broken. Like, it forced Search and Destroy to turn to absolutely crap. Like, you had to crouch walk and Search and Destroy. Like, Dead Silence did nothing versus SitRep Pro. Like, if you had Dead Silence on and they had SitRep, they won. Like, the Dead Silence perk did nothing. Like, that you could hear people cross-map. It was just obscene. Like, moving around in MW3 was hard. Now, Black Ops 3 absolutely nailed the sound. Dead Silence is by far, in my opinion, better than awareness. Like, if you got Dead Silence on, you're gonna have no problem sneaking up on people with awareness. Especially if you got, like, Blast Suppressor boosting around. They're gonna have a hard time hearing your footsteps, especially if you're not even touching the ground. But the Dead Silence versus awareness, I always think Dead Silence should be the better perk. I know a lot of people hate it simply because of the fact that bad players don't have to have the map awareness or don't have to have the prediction factor involved if they're running awareness. Like, a lot of bad players depend on that perk, but for good players, it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Even if the enemy hears you, you should always be able to anticipate gunfights and not just full sprint around the corner without thinking like a headless chicken. That's when you're going to die by awareness users. But if you got a head on your shoulders and you can anticipate gunfights, you got just as good of a chance of outgunning someone that hears you coming than not hearing them at all. Another perk that he went on to say was completely broken and ruined Search and Destroy, and I sort of agree with, but not entirely, is Recon. Now, in MW3, it was completely broken. It had no real counter. It had Dead Silence, which halved the time. Now, what this perk did was, it actually showed the enemies up on your minimap like a hater. One of the highest score streaks in Black Ops 3, something that's hard to earn in Search and Destroy, you can get every single round in MW3. Simply by throwing a flashbang in the air, you had the enemies painted to the minimap as a triangle for like 10-15 seconds. Something ridiculous. It was extremely overpowered. It had no real counter. Dead Silence like reduced its time, but not by much at all. Like in Call of Duty Ghosts, the actual Recon perk I found wasn't a problem at all. Like it did help out a little bit. It didn't last for anywhere near as long. It lasted for like 3 or 4 seconds. It wasn't on your minimap. They actually showed up through walls, which you're going to think, whoa, that's completely broken. You can see enemies through walls, but there was a perk that completely countered that. Incog completely countered that perk. As long as the perks have a counter, and if they are running Recon, you can completely counter what they're doing, then in my opinion, it's not broken. Now, Marksman didn't touch on this third part that I think is the most important part and that ruined Call of Duty Ghosts for me. Completely ruined it. And that is Danger Close. I don't know if it's returning. I hope to friggin' God it's not. Because Flak Jacket in Ghosts did nothing versus Danger Close. They had riot shields, noob tubes that could just peg C4s at you. And if you had Flak Jacket on, you're guaranteed the death. Like, it was beyond broken. Like, I don't even want to talk about it. I have nightmares from Call of Duty Ghosts, like Danger Close versus Flak Jacket, and Flak Jacket not protecting you from someone running Danger Close. Like, if this player had zero skill on the enemy team, they could destroy you with the riot shield. I know Marksman didn't play a lot of Call of Duty Ghosts, but I played a shit ton. Like, I was ranked top 10 or something with Search and Destroy and Search and Rescue kills combined in the world on that game. I played that game a ridiculous amount, like absolutely obscene amount, and I know the things that were broken with that game, and Danger Close and explosives were one of the most broken things. Now, there seem to be so many explosives in Infinite Warfare. Frag grenades, like even the goddamn throwing knife is now explosive and can kill multiple enemies. Like, the beta is just around the corner. Next week, we're really going to find out what this has to offer and whether this will be a completely broken problem or not. Marksman also went on to explain that he doesn't like games that remove skill. For a long time now, Call of Duty has been catering towards kids. Like, it's given you specialists, it's pretty much given you handouts. You don't need to be good at Call of Duty anymore to get kills. There's trip mines, there have been portable radars, there's like free hand-me-outs, like no matter how bad you are, you can do well with or you can get kills with. Call of Duty has not been like a far competitive game mode. It's been more of a game for fun. So I can agree with Marksman saying he hates stuff that removes skill from the game, like Sitrep Pro and Recon in MW3 definitely did. I can agree with that, but specialists are a free hand-me-out, and I actually turned out to love these things. When I first heard about them, I thought, oh no, they're going to break the game. Like, noobs can go 0-40 and get like a weapon, but I've actually had a lot of fun with specialists in Black Ops 3, always mixing it up, always like, it adds something to the game, and I've had a lot of fun with it, which is the most important part to the game. Balance is important, but fun is number one for me. And specialists for me were one of the most fun parts about Black Ops 3, especially when they nerfed the specialists in Search and Destroy, so you actually had to do something to earn them. I know respawn game modes, I haven't played a lot of respawn in Black Ops 3. A lot of respawn players hate their specialists, especially if they're going for nuclears and stuff, because the noobs will get like a gravity spikes and hold L1R1 for a free kill on them. But at the same time, in Search and Destroy, you're not going to get gravity spikes if you're a noob. So the specialists haven't been a big problem for me, and I hope they stay like that, so that you actually have to have an impact on the game or do well to earn them. So they're more of a kill streak in Search and Destroy and less of a free hand-me-out to bad players. Because skill gap is always a good thing. Always being able to improve at a game and get better at it, which is half of what my YouTube is based on. I want you guys to get good at the game as well. Now, in Marksman's last point, he brings up that if the perks aren't balanced, then Infinite Warfare is going to be arse, which I completely agree with. And what I was getting at that this whole time was the balance of perks, and especially in Ghost, Flak Jacket never helped you, and in like MW3, just the amount of completely unbalanced broken perks ruined that game. Now, perk balance is going to be pretty damn important. He also goes on to say like that developers not listening to the community is their biggest mistake, is to not listen to the community, which I can agree with 110%, because they bring back advanced movement even though most people don't want it. Keeping in mind, Infinite Warfare would have been produced the second they released AW. Like, Advanced Warfare was released when they were making the new game. Now, people did say they didn't like advanced movement, but for the first few months of the game, not many people had a problem with it, and that's the direction that Call of Duty decided to take their game. Like, for years, the biggest complaint in Call of Duty was copy and paste the same game, and now that they've reinvented Call of Duty and added advanced movement, like, a lot of the community hate it. I actually quite enjoy it, and I think in some areas it does increase the skill gap, because not only accuracy is important, but movement is as well. But definitely the most vocal portion of the community is hating advanced movement, and it is back. Now, in conclusion, I want to add like my own twist to it. Like, I know there's a lot of broken stuff in Call of Duty, and it makes the game a bit unfun here and there, but this is my opinion. The developers, I swear to God, add crap into the game that the people do not want on purpose. Like, Call of Duty is like a roller coaster. It has its ups and downs, its bullshit moments, the frustrating times, but I think it's like that. This is how I think it is. Call of Duty is like a roller coaster. You have your highs and lows, parts you enjoy, parts you dread, but it wouldn't be fun without the downward slopes, if that makes sense to any of you. Like, if the Call of Duty was like ice cream and you couldn't just get enough of the good stuff, you'd get sick of it, just like you would ice cream. I swear they add the bullshit in that it makes the game more enjoyable. You guys might not understand what I'm getting at, but I swear the bullshit makes Call of Duty as addictive as it is. Like, it's not like a completely high, like you're eating ice cream and it's just the best experience ever. Like, it's like a roller coaster. It has its ups and downs, and that's part of the enjoyment of Call of Duty, in my opinion. Like, I swear the bullshit in the game, they put there in purpose to make Call of Duty like a roller coaster, just to make it more enjoyable. Now, feel free to call me a crazy conspiracy theorist, but I 100% reckon they purposely put stuff in the game that we do not enjoy. Like, I'm not even joking.
No! It's like a big. Two back!
We all got rushed! No, it's so annoying. We choked! 2 off, we choked stream. They all were around me. Would have I got the nuclear if I killed him then? We would have won that round. Would have I got the nuclear? I would have. Fuck! Rest in peace, Liam. We choked again, boys. Bros, as you can clearly tell, I fucked up. God damn it, dude. Literally 2 kills off the nuclear. We got so close. Like, but I'm looking forward to making this a series. Like, if this is something you guys want to see, I'm more than happy to go for this next Sunday. If this is gameplay you actually enjoyed, let me know, because there was another attempt that I got pretty damn close. But I'll leave you guys with the last clip of me failing and raging, just so you can have a laugh. 3. No! He headshotted me with kinetic armor! I had kinetic armor and he no-scoped. If this is a no-scope, I'm gonna cry. I kinetic armored him. He sniped at you, he didn't even snipe at me.
Oh shit.
Heartbreaking.
He didn't snipe me, he shot at you, whoever was back rock. I fucking hate this game.
Good job, CDP.
Are you crying?
Oh, just about. I'm losing my mind. He wasn't shooting at me, he tried to snipe somebody else.